Ciao, this is Esther.
Alfred here.
We're going to take you on a walking tour of Marzamemi. We're even going to go inside where they're processing tuna. Adelfio company has been there since 1930. Wait till you see this. But you know, from the Phoenicians to the Greeks, from the Romans to the Arabs, Marzamemi and that entire area has been processing and fishing tuna and also pesce spada, swordfish, for centuries.
One of the best vacation spots to go. There's nothing finer than sitting around one of those bars, overlooking the boats, overlooking the harbor, with a spritzer in your hand and nice calm water on a sizzling hot day, like it was today.
And we're even going to talk to a restaurant owner, so check this out. And here we are. Look at that. That's a new sign right there. Look at these colors, totally Caribbean-like, right, Al? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go see the tonada. This is the back end of the tonada. So what would happen is the boats would pull up right over here and they would bring the tuna to be processed in the building behind me. Went on for centuries. Even today, they're doing a lot of tuna fishing, but not like it was centuries ago. All right, we're going to go into Piazza Regina Margherita. Queen Margherita. Oh, this is one of my favorite shops. Antica Santaria. There's one in Ortigia, there's one in Taormina, there's one in Catania, and I always get a dress. So I'm eyeing these right now. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Questa ceramica da qui?
Caltagirone,
Santo Stefano, so a little bit of a mix. E Palermo anche.
Sì.
Grazie. This restaurant over here, straight ahead, I've eaten there before. Very good. And it's a mother-daughter operation. This is the front end of the tonada. It's closed right now because it's privately owned. And a Mr. Bonacorsi owns it. So it's only open for special occasions like weddings and so forth. But inside there, there's some shops. Over here, there's a bottega. You know, Marzamemi. You can hear the Arabic sound to it. It's because the Arabs in the 10th century put this down on the map. They were the ones that initially started the big tuna fishing, major, massive tuna fishing. Of course, then they started salting it. They started putting it in olive oil. And the tuna products from here are just amazing. Now we're going to go down some of these side streets. All I can think about is the word quaint. Beautiful. Imagine sitting right here, having a nice dinner while you gaze at the beautiful Ionian Sea. Lena here is the owner of this restaurant. E perché Marzamemi è speciale?
Ma è speciale, intanto c'è una magia nell'aria meravigliosa in questo piccolo paese che poi tutto si gira in questa tonnara. Questo borgo è la tonnara, una tonnara che è sempre stata vissuta di tutti i pescatori, di tutti i lavoratori della tonnara, e c'è questa struttura magica,
Magical structure.
inspiegabile.
You can't even explain how beautiful and how important the tonada was for the people of Marzamemi. And of course now the restaurants are a big part of the economy.
Lei non è rimasta affascinata?
Sì. Aren't you fascinated?
E io la stessa domanda la giro a lei. Le dico, perché è rimasta affascinata?
She will ask me the same question. Why are you fascinated? Perché è bellissimo.
È un mistero.
È un mistero
inspiegabile.
An inexplainable mystery.
Qui siamo il cielo, la pace,
There's
la tranquillità,
peace,
che ognuno di
tranquility.
noi vogliamo la pace dell'anima.
Bellissimo. Grazie.
Prego. Ah, allora un abbraccio a tutto il mondo. Ciao.
Ciao. Lena just said magical and inexplainable. Yeah. Something magical and inexplainable about Marzamemi, but really all of Sicily, right? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Sicilians sure know how to decorate. Great artists. All right, now I'm going to take you up here. And I remember one year we brought someone whose ancestral hometown is Marzamemi, grandparents. She's from Boston, and I remember bringing her right over here, right where this couple is stepping up, and she just stood there and started crying. Fishing boat right out there. This town is very artsy. Grapes growing right outside of the restaurant. Oh. Buongiorno. I don't know if I've said this before. Maybe I have. I really love my job. I love bringing you guys these videos. I love bringing you around Sicily, showing you all the majesty. And you know, I've been to a lot of these places many times. And for me, truly never gets old. Here's another restaurant. I'd say there's about 15 good-sized restaurants in this area. All right, this always happens. I'm shooting and I lost Alfred. But it's a small town, so I'll find him. Look what I got you. Picked them right off the tree at a restaurant.
Over there?
Yeah. Last week it was figs, now it's grapes.
Delicious. The grapes are just about ready to be picked. You can come down here and you can enjoy yourself in the little piazza here. Many a day I've sat here drinking spritzes, walking, in the summertime, especially in July, it's like very, very hot. Beautiful church here. But this is my favorite wall, though. One of my favorite walls is right here. Right now there's a nice breeze. Life is good.
Coming to these small little towns, of course this is touristy, Marzamemi, but coming to these small little towns is where you really get the spirit of Sicily. And talking to the locals, you can see that they're also in love with their land. That's so good to see. Of course, that's not always the case. Because as you know, we've talked about it a lot on this channel. There's the trash problem. So there are people that don't respect it and love it. But to hear Lena and others in this town talk about how proud they are of their heritage, of their land, is just beautiful. Over here you can sit down, have a nice meal as you watch the boats come in all year long.
Okay.
1962 it
chiusa anche
closed.
Portopalo,
Sì, no.
Campobassero, chiusa da tanto tempo, anche Vendigere, chiusa,
È peccato. It's too bad.
Aura, chiusa pure,
Sì, sì.
e l'ultima c'era Siracusa,
C'è un'altra in Siracusa?
Siracusa chiusa.
All right, now we're going to go into Adelfio. That's a very famous tuna shop. Make all types of things there. Bottega di Tonno Rosso. The eggs. Sun-dried tomatoes from Pachino, I'm sure. Tonno Rosso. And over here they have the ones in olive oil. This is pesce spada, swordfish. These are the eggs of the pesce spada, swordfish. Buongiorno. Selected on the quay by Gaetano Adelfio and produced according to the ancient method, central steaks deriving from 130 to 140 kilograms of red tuna cooked with slow boiling and preserved with a delicate and overpowering olive oil. Honey.
Thousands of people in the United States. We introduced this line into the United States of America. Salvo Mamani. Drecastani, and he's now in Patano, but he's got great stuff.
Almonds, pistachio, obviously these are from Bronte. These are from Avola.
Per chiudere le lattine.
Okay, this machine right here, they
Vediamo
close
se
the
si mette
cans.
il coperchio e si chiude, piega il bordo del coperchio e chiude.
This shop has been here since 1931. 1931.
Sempre manuale comunque, gira solo il rullo, però è sempre il braccio.
E ora anche? No.
Sì, sempre.
Sì,
È più
he said
moderno,
everything
però
by hand.
Allora, è tutta lavorazione qua artigianale che facciamo, capito? Sì, sì.
Everything is by hand
Vuole vedere
here.
ora? Venga con
Sì,
me,
sì,
venga.
sì. Do you want to see something? Of course I do. See, I told you guys, I always manage to get into the back room. We are behind the scenes, and he said everything is made by hand. Look at this. Tuna with pistachio. I've never seen that. Buongiorno. Now look at the color of this tuna. No machines over here. Look at this team. Fresh tuna. These are the eggs of the tuna under salt. Buongiorno. This is unbelievable. I bet you guys have never seen anything like this. This is incredible. Tutto a mano. Look, he's even putting the olive oil by hand. Mai sentito pistacchio con tonno? Buono. Immagino. All right, this is what we're getting. Anchovies, because Alfred likes those on his pizza and also with the pasta. And this tuna naturale for me. I seriously can't wait to show you this video. That was the most incredible thing, going into the back room, watching those men as a team putting together those products that you saw in the front room. I mean, they were doing it by hand, Alfred. Taking the tuna, putting it in a bottle, putting the pistachio, putting the olive oil, cutting everything by hand, separating everything by hand. Like they have been doing since the 1930s. Remarkable. You don't see that a lot, Al.
No, this place is a special place. Are you kidding me? Even I bought stuff, which I never do. I bought some anchovies and I also bought some tuna. So we can enjoy when we go back home.
Fa caldo oggi. A lot of towns have these signs put up now. You can take a picture right here, standing between the heart right there. Number 1, love Marzamemi. See how the sand is nice and fine. Not like by us where it's more lava affected, Etna affected. It's late August and still people are swimming probably up until October. I am definitely going swimming here later. If you guys know me by now, you know I love swimming in the sea. Actually, I was a swimmer for a long, long time. My dad taught me how to swim when I was 5 years old. Really has a Caribbean feel, doesn't it? These little lidos over here, they're great because they put a little walkway for you so you don't get sand in your feet. They have bars. And bars, I mean the place where you can get a coffee, a beer, sandwich. You know, National Geographic just came out with their top 10 beaches in Italy. And Sicily had the number 1 spot. Actually, they had 3 spots. Lampedusa, Favignana, and another one in the province of Messina, where there's the strait between Reggio Calabria and Sicily. But I say there's so many other beautiful beaches. Oh, look at this. Little restaurant, beautiful. Especially in the province of Syracuse. And if you've been around here long enough, you know we love coming down here. What is it?
That's a World War II German pillbox.
You're so good at spotting these.
But the machine gun's there.
You cannot come here without getting some of the melons and the famous tomatoes from Pachino. Basta, basta. Ok, e poi una melone gialla. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. South African lemons, but I am eyeing these fichi di India. I just love coming to these shops and seeing the different products that they have. Sun-dried tomatoes from Pachino. Definitely getting this. That's a great little goat over there. Beautiful horses too. After a long day of shooting, you sweating your you-know-what off, bunions off, editing. Here we are in Avola having a Campari Spritz, which is Campari, Prosecco, and soda water, and I'm having a little Vino Bianco. Buonasera. Now we're going to have some dinner. You know, my favorite part, I think, today was talking to Lena, the restaurant owner, and going inside Adelfio and seeing those men work.
I just love the whole area. I love the area from Marzamemi to Porto Paolo to Pachino to the ride back and forth to Avola. It's such a lush, beautiful, not heavily trafficked area, Esther.
Yep, so we are coming to you from Avola, and it took about 30 minutes to get to Marzamemi, and we're going to have more from Porto Paolo and Pachino on the next video, for sure.
So today, for lunch, can I tell you about lunch? I ate a shot put. It was allegedly supposed to be...
It was not even worthy of a picture.
It was supposed to be an arancino, okay? And, you know, they must have thought, I don't know what the hell they thought, but this thing had enough oil in it, I could have put it in my car and changed my oil. And did I say something to them?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
You can't, and you know, you're in Sicily. You can't mess up the arancini.
Come on.
Anyway, let me just tell you guys
I couldn't believe it.
that we still have room on our June 2023 tour on the western coast of Sicily. We're going to go, of course, Palermo, Monreale, Trapani, Salemi, Saluninte, Castellammare del Golfo, and many other spots. So message me if you're interested. The prices are this year's prices, 2022 prices.
You know, speaking about tours, we decided that we're not going to do a Christmas tour this year in 2022. Well, at least I did. You could do it if you want. Rather, I'm going to Budapest. I've always wanted to go to the Budapest Christmas market and see Buda and then maybe see Pest. And I could take the other Pest with me over here. So I can go to Budapest Pest. No, seriously. I want to go to Budapest. I've always wanted to go to Budapest. I actually put together a little limited for the next year or two bucket list for myself. And Budapest is on the top of the list, followed by where?
Where?
Barcelona.
Ooh, Barcelona.
And then Madrid. And
Well,
guess who
I have
has
to
never
say-
been to the City of Light? Never been to Paris. So
You've never been to Budapest.
I've never been to Budapest, so we're going to do a little traveling like that, and we'll have extra videos, you, me, and Sicily on the road. I thought that would be a good idea.
All right, all I have to say
going
is
forward.
I'm not done with Sicily yet.
I'm not done with Sicily either, but I think it's an added bonus.
I agree.
I think it'd be a good idea.
By the time you're watching this, we're already back home in Acicatena. We spent 2 nights in Avila, went to Marzamemi, Pachino, Portopalo, Passero. We'll have much more on those in a future episode, but I wanted to show you what we bought. Olio extra virgine de olive, very good, from Noto, but we picked it up in Buccheri. Then feast your eyes on these tomatoes from Pachino. Alfred just tried one of these and he said, "Oh my God!"
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay, and then the melone gel. Very good. This is not a cantaloupe. It's not a honeydew. It's very different.
That's from Pachino, right?
That's from Pachino, and you saw the tono naturale from Adelfio. I'm going to show you this picture over here of the old
Wait a minute.
style
There you go.
fishing. See? And then here are the anchovies for Alfred's pizza or pasta con mollica. So there you go. Feast your eyes on all the goodies from the province of Siracusa.
One other thing, total cost, about $20. You know, this area here is noted for the fruity finish on their olive oils. Pachino especially, going to Siracusa, which is a very fruity oil, into Buccheri, unbelievable. If you're so lucky to buy any of those towns, Buccheri, Siracusa, Pachino, Marzamemi, pick up their oil. Well, the reason that I say if you're coming to Marzamemi and you go into our friend's shop, which is, by the way, the best shop in Marzamemi, try to get yourself a larger jar of the anchovies. They're about 10 euro. But they'll last you a whole year, okay? Because if you go to the market right now, a small jar in any of the supermarkets is about 3 or 4 euro. And this is about the equivalent of like 5 small jars.
Also,
so it's really a good value.
The caviar of the Mediterranean, the eggs,
The roe.
the
tuna
of the
roe.
tuna. That's a very unusual item. So if you're over here, make sure you try that as well.
You know, for those of you who like sun-dried tomatoes.
We got some. I got some.
Let me say something about tomatoes in general from Pachino. I talked to a farmer a few years ago. The secret for the Paganese tomatoes is, because they're so close to the sea, the farmers down there actually run into their irrigation ditches seawater, a little bit of
That's
sea.
a good little bit of
a
info.
little
But
bit
listen,
of
if you're thinking of coming to Sicily and driving, I beg you, rethink it, and rethink it. And girlfriends and wives, be aware, because sitting in the passenger seat and going according to Google is not fun, because Google messes up. Yes, she does. And then the drivers get pissed. But anyway, Alfred managed to get us home nice and safely.
Listen, whether it's Google or Esther Noodle, and I don't care what it is. Getting lost, in my view, or going down a wrong road or two, is really part of the whole process. Okay, as long as you do it during the daytime.
And we got it
Okay,
done.
don't fool around at nighttime because many of these rural roads do not have street. I keep on saying that they don't have street lights, so you can fool around. You're not going to get lost. Look at if you're going to Marzamemi and you know what's on the sea,
Straight.
and you see the sea in front of you. Are you really going to make a left or a right?
No, but
no,
it's
you got to
towns
keep on
like
heading towards the sea.
Pachino, that's a little bit harder. Avila, thankfully, it's very, it's perpendicular, it's parallel, so the streets are a little bit easier, although there are some curves. Every city has its challenges. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you so much for spending this time here with us.
One shout out
Thank
to my
you.
grandson, MJ, who is starting Austin Prep, my alma mater, tomorrow. So excited. Good luck, MJ. I love you, kid.
Excuse me, can I have a shout out to my niece who in 9th grade made varsity volleyball in Chelmsford High School. The only freshman, by the way.
Wait a minute. What about Frankie Cornelio's son? My man, Angelo. He's the team manager at his college soccer team.
It's nice to hear all these
I'm
kids
seeing all
in
these
our
young
lives
kids that we've
doing
seen many,
well.
many years now on to success at high school and college. It just makes me feel, well, old.
On that note, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, we're here every Wednesday and every Sunday and sometimes some bonus videos. So we'll see you on another video of you, me, and Sicily. Ciao.
Ciao. Sabenadigo.